religion, her wide toleration and deep understanding of the ways of the spirit. Sometimes in the evening, the young Swami would sit here on the river ghat. And his mind would go back to Documentry and his master. He also paid a visit to Ajodhya, sacred city of Rama, and Vrindavan, city of Krishna. Pushkar, the legendary birthplace of Brahma himself. Rishikesh, land of ascetics and spiritual seeking down the ages.
Yasya samudram rasaya sahahu yasya maha pradishu yasya bahu mai devaya havisha vidhema.
He saw the exquisite paintings of Ajanta, the rock-cut temples and sculpture of Ellora, the Buddha stupa at Sanchi, the shrines of Bhuvaneshwar, the famous Sun Temple of Konarak, and he felt within himself the imperishable heritage of India, mighty voices of silence whispering their deathless enchantment. From all these, he drew fresh inspiration. Hastinapur or Delhi, where the fate of so many empires has been decided at one time or the other, rich in Mughal remains, forts, turrets, mosques, palaces, the splendor of architecture impressed the Swami. Taj Mahal, splendid symbol of the love of Shah Jahan for his beloved Mumtaz Mahal, a lover's gift, a poem in marble. He visited Fatehpur Sikri, the dream city of Akbar, where the emperor had nursed hopes of a universal faith in Din Ilahi. Rajasthan, the land of chivalry and heroism. Its capital, Jaipur, is the first planned city of India. In this city, Swamiji stayed for months to take lessons in Panini from the Pandit of the royal court. The fort at Amer, a landmark in medieval history. Chittor, forever associated with Rana Pratap's visit to the motherland, with the fatal beauty of Padmini and her fire ordeal, and the matchless devotion of Mirabai, the saint queen of India. Famed lake city of Udaipur, proud relic of resistance and martyrdom of the Rajputs, and their sense of beauty and bravery. A splendid past indeed. But India today was more like a ruin. Today she lived in miserable huts and holes, in city slums. The glories of the past meant nothing to these people. They were at best memory's mockery, a consolation prize for cards into nothing. Everywhere he saw the plight of the masses of India, despised by priests, oppressed by heartless landlords, exploited by generations of money lenders. Every year, the flood came. Everywhere people were dying of poverty, of famine and flood. The nation had been reduced to rags, no hope anywhere, while only a few enjoyed the good things of life. Not a moment of his waking life when he did not think of his country folk and of what man had made of man. It was not merely lip sympathy. He lived with them and found spiritual treasures in their midst. He slept in stables where no gentleman ever set his foot. He lived on the pallets of beggars, sharing their life. The words of his master came back to him again and again. Religion is not for the empty bellies. And he himself later said,
"What have we done for the masses? Teaching them metaphysics? It is mockery to offer religion to a starving man."
With this picture of the oppressed masses burning in his heart, the Swami came across the rulers of the Indian states, the native princes. In the course of his travels, he met the Raja Ajit Singh of Khetri, the Maharaja Mangal Singh of Alwar, the Maharaja Chamarajendra Vadiyar of Mysore, and the Raja Bhaskar Setupati of Ramnad, and many others. He believed that if these people, placed in positions of advantage, took up the cause of India and her starving masses, the country's progress could be hastened. He always reminded the rulers of their duty towards the people. There was something about the youthful Swami, and they listened. They who were given more to command than to listen. In his conversation with the Maharaja of Mysore, he had said,
"You are only the custodian of God's property. You should use it only for the benefit of God's children, that is, the people."
The Maharaja of Mysore was inspired to introduce necessary reforms in his state. These encounters were not without their dramatic moments. Once in Alwar, the Maharaja Mangal Singh met him at the residence of his Diwan. The Maharaja was in a somewhat merry mood, and perhaps, to tease the Swami, he said, with a smile, "You see, Babaji Maharaj, my forefathers built many temples, but I do not have any faith in those idols of stone or metal." The eyes of all present were fixed on the Swami. What would he say? He asked a counter-question, harmless enough to begin with.
"Diwanji Sahib, whose picture is that on the wall, please?"
The Diwan replied, "It is the likeness of the Maharaja, Swamiji."
"Please bring down the picture, will you?"
And the picture was brought down.
"Now spit on that picture, Diwanji." "What is it, Diwanji? But a piece of paper? Why can't you spit upon it? I say, spit. Spit upon it. Any one of you may spit upon it."
"What are you asking me, Swamiji? It is the likeness of our Maharaja. Don't you know that?"
"But surely the Maharaja is not bodily present in the picture. It does not contain his flesh, blood, and bone. It is, after all, an idol or an image. Yet you respect it as if it is your Maharaja himself. Isn't that so, Diwanji?"
Yes. Yes, Swamiji. That is so.
"See, Your Highness, though the picture is not you in one sense, in another sense, it is you. They all look upon this picture with as much respect as they would upon your person. So, when men worship the image of God in stone or metal, they do not say or think, 'O stone, I worship thee. O metal, be merciful.' They worship the divinity inherent or represented in these forms."
The Maharaja admitted, "Swamiji, you have opened my eyes. Forgive me that I ever spoke to you like that. Forgive me." Such was the Swami's unconventional method of bringing a great truth home. But the Swami never stayed at one place for long. No parivrajika. He traveled through deserts, forests, and mountains, and vast fields. He learned a thing or two as he went along. This is Khetri House in Jaipur, where a little dancing girl a lesson in humility and understanding. In his honor, the Maharaja's recital. The gathering, including the Maharaja, was waiting for the Swami. One of the courtiers had been sent to bring him. As the officer conveyed the invitation, the Swami said,
"It is quite unbecoming for a sannyasi to attend the performance of a dancing girl."